Hello my dear children, welcome back to my class. So in the previous class we have discussed about the basic terms and also the definition of economics. Today in this episode I'm going to continue the concept, and here we will deal with the economic problem. Let's children move on to the next slide. Then now let us discuss about economic problem. As we know that the scarcity. So why the problem of scarcity will be arises? Only because of the unlimited wants and the limited resources. Yes, only because of the unlimited wants as well as the limited resources. So the scarcity problem will be arises. And as a result, due to the scarcity, economic problem also incurs. So that economic problems are the problem of choice. So what is economic problems? So economic problems are, that is, problem of a choice. So problem of a choice means what? So what I have to choose alternatively. So when there is a problem of a choice will be arises, that is only because of the situation called as scarcity. So that the economic problems are the basic or central problem that an economy's limited resources are insufficient to satisfy all human wants and needs. Because as you know that human wants are unlimited. So here there is no limited wants as well as the needs also unlimited. So but in the economy the availability of resources which are very limited. Okay, availability of resources which are very limited. So as a result, definitely the central problems or the major problems of the economy will be arises. So then what is the basic problem of economy? That is what? Scarcity. The problem of scarcity, problem of choice. So these are the basic or the central problems of economy. And for what reason the central problems or the basic problems will be arises? Only because of the human wants. Okay, human wants as well as the needs are unlimited and the availability of resources which is very limited, and these are insufficient to satisfy all the needs of a human. Thus economics involves the study of how to allocate resources in condition of a scarcity. Thus economics which helps to study about, so how the economics will be helpful to studying the what the scarce resources. So economics which helps to study about how to allocate the scarce resources. Okay, how to allocate the resources mainly. So for example, if there is a shortage of electricity, power supply. Okay, if it is scarcity in electricity or power supply, then what is next alternative way to generate the electricity? That is solar energy. Yes, instead of electricity, we can move for the solar energy. That is what alternative way. So wherever like that, wherever uh, the shortage or the scarcity of resources, instead of that, we can use the alternative way, alternative resources, means allocate resources. So this will be helpful to solve the problem of scarcity. So that economics which involves the study of how to allocate the human resources, that is in condition of scarcity. So this is what the economic problem. And students, please understand about, that is what is economic problem, why does it arises. So economic problems are economic choice are called as economic problem. And why the economic problem will be arises? The economic problem arises only because of unlimited wants as well as limited resources. Okay, unlimited wants and the limited resources, and due to this scarcity will be arises, and In this way, economic problem will be arises. And what are economic problems? Problem of a choice. So these are the economic problems. So this is what the basic condition about the economic problem. So then already we discussed that why the economic problem arises. So for what reason economic problem will be arising. So this is already you know that human wants are unlimited. There is no limitless. Okay. So if you have enough money, then also your desire is to have money. If you have enough jewels, then also you want more and more jewelries. If you have sufficient food, then also you want. That means human wants are unlimited. But the resources to satisfy those wants are very limited. That means availability of resources in the society, that is very few, very limited. And also these resources have alternative uses. Now what are the resources available in the society? So those resources are have the alternative uses. So this is what the reason why the economic problem arises. So the question if it is come, so you need to write like this. So the problem of economic problem arises due to the unlimited wants as well as the limited resources. And also scarcity of resources give rise to the problem of choice. Then why the problem of choice will be created? That is only because of scarcity. Scarcity of resources, so that gives rise to the problem of a choice. So problem of a choice means so which I have to choose. So when there is a options will be come under means which I have to choose, that is when there is a shortage, scarcity. Okay, so scarcity of resources, so that gives rise to the problem of choice. So this in this slides, so you can expect a few questions. So remember why the economic problem arises and how the problem of choice will be arises. So don't confuse. Problem will arises only because of the unlimited wants and the limited resources. Problem of a choice will be arises, that is only because of the scarcity. Okay. So this is regarding the economic problem. So rest of the things we will discuss in the next video. So in the we have to discuss one of the story regarding the scarcity. Okay. So now we will turn now to some exercise questions. So for that exercise questions you need to answer and submit me on time. Then let me move on to the exercise part. Then we will follow the following questions, that is exercise questions. The question number 1, who is consumer? So who is consumer? Dear children, please remember about, so consumer is what? So one who is consume the products. So they are called as consumer. Already we discussed who is producer. So one who is producer goods and services was called as producer. Question number 3, who is the seller? So one who sell the goods and services. So for that person is called as a seller. Fourth question, define Alfred Marshall's definition. So what is definition of Alfred Marshall? According to Alfred Marshall, economics is a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. Okay, economics as a study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. So that is what definition given by Alfred Marshall. And last question, the just we discussed, why did economic problem arises? So economic problem arises due to unlimited wants and also the limited resources. So that is called as economic problem, and for that reason also economic problems will be arises. Okay. So these are the exercise questions. So I only discussed right now, and you have to write it in your what a rough book and submit it on time. Okay. Then rest of the things we will discuss in the next episode. Thank you.